Hi everybody, welcome to Cymru Under the Hood again. I thought I'd do a little follow-up on my BMW 5 Series here that I bought for £2,000. I've had it for a couple of months now. I'm slowly picking away at things, but I thought I'd catch you up a little bit with where I'm at and some of the things I've done. So I'll give you a little walk around here. There's some visual things I want to show you too that I did. Nothing major, but I want to kind of give a shout out to Eastwood company. I bought some of their paints and kind of been impressed so far. It's a spray can. I'll show you here in the video in a minute of the cans and stuff, but you can order the paint match, which was awesome. Anyway, so this car got damaged here on the right front here. You can see that. I haven't changed the wing yet. It's a bit dusty and the birds are liking it right now. But this strip was all bust out, and I don't know if you can see right now that matches pretty nice. So this was gray originally, so I bought the Eastwood paint match aerosol can. Okay, here's what I bought. So I bought the epoxy primer, and then I ordered the exact paint match for this car. This is the metallic Slate Green, I think is what it's called. So you can see that match. I know cameras never really do it great, but honestly, the only thing it needs is a coat of clear coat on it right now. That's the only thing I haven't quite done. But first of all, I think the match, honestly, I ain't no paint guy, that's for sure. I don't do body work or anything like that, but as you can see by the fender. But I did do the spray painted it, and I just kind of followed like some of the videos that they've got posted, and man, I really like it. I think it's a great product, and for the price, I want to say I think it was like around $35 a can, maybe more. But for touching up little things like that, it was, I mean, it's awesome. I did buy the touch-up pen. I wasn't really impressed with the pen myself. Maybe I wasn't quite using it right. But you can see that, you know, it's done a pretty reasonable job on this. It's pretty scratched up here. But I just wanted to stop it from rusting or anything like that. So that's one of the jobs I've done. The other job I did was messed with the air suspension on this. I think I talked about it a little bit in the first video. I had it sinking down on the one side in the rear. I had the right side would drop overnight. I see it's a pretty common problem. I had brand new airbags, but what I found, well, there's a couple of things, and it's still not perfect, but this car definitely got mistreated. Found is this little solenoid here. There's two of them. Right where the air compressor sits in the trunk. Just in case you don't know where that sits on this, if you lift all of this up, sorry, I did a AAA call this morning, so I got a bunch of stuff in here. Underneath here, there's a little dome, and then if you flip the dome out, the air compressor's in there. I'm not going to put a video of that. There's plenty of videos out there showing you how to get to it. But this solenoid, one side of this solenoid, I dropped it in water with it disconnected, electrically disconnected, because there's a bunch of connections here, and the air was just bubbling straight out of here for the right side. So there's plenty of options. I did buy one of the cheaper options off eBay, and this is the option, which looks like the R0. Everything looks pretty similar, but it did exactly the same thing. And that's kind of how it came in the box, like all rattled around and stuff like this. And this thing was like 40 bucks. But honestly, just spend the money. I know they're not cheap. They're about 220 bucks for the R0 version, but no problems. So, you know, again, I think I said in the other video about sometimes buying the cheap parts of these BMWs, just don't do it. If you can get OEM stuff, I know it's a little bit more expensive, but in the long run, it's going to save you a lot of hassle. I mean, it's just worth it. Cost effective. Sometimes trying to save a bit of money, it's just not worth it. So let's see, some of the other jobs I did. I showed you there about the coolant pipes under the hood, under the intake. Did all that, got that all done. One of the other things I did while I was working on it is I replaced the stereo system, because the old stereo system was all pixelated and messed up. So I bought one of these Anon. I'll pull the box here in a minute and show you the box. But so far, this, I mean, you can see it looks like it was meant to be there. It looks fat. And you can see, I mean, it really, it's a great upgrade. And for the price, I think they start around 200 bucks. It's GPS, so it has the maps and you can see exactly where you're going. It syncs with your phone, so you can Bluetooth and get your messages and all that kind of stuff. Honestly, for the price, for 200 bucks, the install's relatively simple. I'll try and post a video of me doing that at some point. But overall, it's great. If you're thinking about it, if you got one of these E39s, honestly, it's a great upgrade, honestly. So yeah, that was what my other project I've done. I've started driving it a little bit. Occasionally have a rough running, but overall, I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out so far. I've got a few more things to pick away. Another thing I did here is the side marker lights. One of the lenses was completely shot, fallen off, and then I found these. I know I said about cheap parts, but I tried these. I thought I'd give these a shot. These are from Amazon, and you can see they're pretty nice little LED sliding like that. And they don't set a light on the dash, because that's one of my biggest pet peeves, is putting LEDs in these BMWs and the light module, the resistance in them is not right, and then you always got a light on the dash. I hate seeing lights on the dash. Although my digital instrument cluster does need to be changed as well, but it's still not setting the light, because I can kind of see, kind of can't see. So those were on Amazon, and they were really reasonably priced. So I thought I'll try them, see what they were like, and great upgrade. I really like those. So my two upgrades that I've done is those lights and the radio so far, and so far that's great. Other things that will be coming, I did buy the kit sunroof, because the sunroof track is having issues. It all works, but some of the pieces are broken here, which is kind of a common problem on these. I will post a video once I get to this. I haven't got to this yet. I'm not in a big rush because the weather's pretty nice, so I will up video of that. Another video I want to do at some point, or if anybody knows in Washington here, I really need to redo these seats. I want to keep the grey leather. I don't want to do a conversion on this. But everything else in the material is pretty nice. But I would like to get those reupholstered. So if anybody's got any good recommendations for upholsterers in Washington State, that would be great. Another thing I've used on this, it's pretty dirty right now, but I've used that new product, Max OL or something like that, Max Large, for cleaning it, and it's been a really good product too. So I'll do another video of that when I clean it here a little bit later. Okay, and I think probably what you all want to know is how much have I spent so far on this. So I did a little tally of where I've got with all the parts that I've bought, even some of the ones that I haven't put on yet, and I've added it up. So we're in, it was about another $1,000, about $1,100 in total for everything that I've done. That includes all the pipes for the under the intake, that fan shroud, thermostat, coolant, intake gaskets. Let's see, we did the oil change, radio, the valance for underneath the wiper blades, the valves for the air suspension. Let's see, what else did we do? Oh, we got the paints, the spray. Maybe see what else I've got. I've got quite a few things, but honestly, that's what. So right now, it's not a $2,000 BMW, it's a $3,100 BMW. And so say by the DOL, when you register it, retail value on these is $7,000, but we all know that's not the case. If you try and buy one of these, you know, who's spending that kind of money? I don't know. That must be absolutely perfect or near it to get that price. So yeah, so we're in about $3,100 so far. That's not including my labor times. That's, you know, like as if you were doing the same thing, how much would it take you to get to that point? Mechanical wise, this one's pretty sound. Otherwise, we will have to do a lower control arm at some point. Washer fluid doesn't spray on the window, so we're going to need a pump for that. So there's a few more we have to spend, but I'll do some more updates as we go along on this one. Just slowly teasing out all the issues with it. I've been neglected for a while. So yeah, so like I said, $3,100 is where we're at right now, and I'll keep tallying and keep letting you know how much we get till I get to a point where I feel like I don't have to spend any more money on it. I could just get in it, drive it, and no more issues. I know some people are gonna say it's a BMW, it'll keep spending, but honestly, these, once you get the coolant system on these ones sorted and you got all that, they're really a pretty reliable car. This and the E46 and the E30 was really reliable, but the E46 were pretty reliable. Coolant was their biggest letdown, and the same with these E39s. So anyway, I'll keep you updated as we go along. There will be more videos coming. Okay, another job I did, just thought I'd share, is this headlight is not really cloudy. This one was pretty nice, but I think this headlight had been replaced or something at some point, or maybe this is the original and the other one wasn't. This was kind of cloudy. You might be able to see that in the first video I posted, but I thought I'd try and just kind of, rather than replace the old headlight for right now, I thought I'd give this product a go. And overall, I would give it probably about an 8 out of 10. It did do a pretty good job. There is still, it's kind of hard to see, there is still some color discoloration, if I can spit my words out, and I do have some cracking in the headlight itself, so it does say about not repairing that, which makes sense, but I just wanted to make it so it was relatively close to the other one, and that's why I'm giving it an 8 out of 10, because it got pretty damn close to getting it to look almost original. The lens really needs to be replaced, or having a bunch more grits. This only has 2 grits, so you could probably get a little bit more grit and go a little harder on it. I didn't want to go crazy, let's put it that way. I just wanted to give this product a try and see if I could get it relatively close, and it is. Because changing the whole lens would probably, or the whole light with a brand new one would be a lot better, but we all know how expensive these lights are on these E39s. So I just wanted to kind of bide my time, and at some point we'll do that with the headlight full replacement. I want to do the wing too at some point, and that was another reason why I'm using this this Eastwood product, so we could see how well the paint matches, and if it was a good enough match, then I would contemplate getting another fender, even a black one, and then priming it, spraying it with the correct paint, that aerosol can, because honestly it made it really easy to do, and then do a clear coat on it. If I do go that route, I will totally make a video of that and show you the whole product, so we can see the before and after, and you know, see if it is really, you know, if you're a guy at home and you screw up your fender like that, if you can buy a used one or a brand new one and spray paint it from scratch, put it on and see if there's no difference. I think that would be a great video. I think you'd all enjoy that. I know I would. A couple of other things I still need to do. I still got to do this valance in here. You can see, I think this car was a California car originally, because there is some pieces that kind of stand out like it might have been in some serious heat. I don't know if you can quite see the clear coat. It's kind of hard to see with the way the light's on, but the clear coat's gone on the top. I think this one's a little easier to see. You can see the clear coat's gone on the top of there. And then there's a couple of other places. We've talked about this before. And that was another reason why to try that Eastwood product, to see if I put that spoiler on the rear, how well will it hit spray paint to match. And after doing that front valance there, I'm totally going to do it, because I think that would be a great add-on. So anyway, if you've got any questions, hit me up. Got any recommendations for things that I'm doing on this, or what you reckon I should change? Yeah, send some comments down below. Please like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification button so when I post a new video you get it. Alright, well, catch you guys on the next one. Laters.